Welcome to Crafts of Ireland and another one of our short videos. And this time I would like to introduce our next needle felting kit, which is Irish Wildflower Meadow. So this is the picture that you would be creating using the kit, and that is the one that we have as a sample. So this is our actual kit. It arrives to you in the post in this box, and we'll have a look inside. So your kit contains everything that you will need to make the picture that I just showed you. We have 3 felting needles, which should be more than sufficient. You get a reusable felting mat, a nice quality one, your piece of fabric to work on, which is 40% wool, and then you have your selection of fibres that are going to be used to make the picture. So in this picture, it is a blue sky with a little bit of sunset colours. So just going to open up some of the blue first quickly. And that's how I would always open my fibres, just by pulling them. Again, put your left hand or right hand on top of the fibres, give them a pull and stretch them out over the fabric. And just go in for another little bit. You can see that there is still plenty left over, probably enough to make another picture. On top of that, we've got some colours for sunset. Again, open them out and very loosely and lightly leave them down on top of the other fibres, on top of the blue. So you can decide how much colour you want in your sunset by the amount of fibres that you lay down. But you can see the way that I'm opening them out, really, really fine. It's just like a mesh of, or cobweb of colour. And they go down. And I'm just going to do this really quickly. If you were doing it, obviously you'd spend a little bit more time on it. So once we have our sky in place, the next thing then is to add our greens. I always add, for a picture like this, I always make sure that my fibres run in the same direction as the grass would grow. So from bottom of fabric up to the top. So we have some nice sharp greens here. In every kit, the colours are going to vary because every batch is hand dyed and no 2 batches are going to be exactly the same. So the colours of greens that you get may vary from what you see in this kit. Just placing them across, open them out. I still want to keep those darker colour tips at the top to make it look like growth of fibre. Then we've got some nice rich darker colours. Add them through. Bit of a bald spot there, we'll add in a bit. And dark colours as well. You also have darker shades growing. You can see the way it's starting to build up. You have depth of colour, and you add the various shades, and usually it'll be a bit darker at the bottom. Okay. Again, very quickly, I'm just going to felt these in. Anywhere there's bald, we'll add another little bit quickly. And just take the fibre out, lay it down, and you can see the way when the tips are left intact, they sit at the top and they look like pieces of grass. So I would always pull the tip to keep it intact, and then it doesn't matter if the lower part. So just take a tip like this, catch the tip tightly and just pull, and that will leave you that piece. I'm just going through the greens. You can see even in this there's a number of shades. We're nearly there. So now I have created the background, the sky with a little bit of a sunset shades in it, and added in the greenery. So all that's left to do now is start adding the flowers. So just taking some of the colour, and we're going to place them similarly to where we had on the original one. So that's a nice bright red. I'm just going to put a wispy bit up here at the top. And we can add a little bit of colour just peeping through. And I've added in a few shades of red so we can give the illusion of some of those flowers popping into the background. We also have another shade of red. We can use a little bit of that. You want to place them random. And the other thing to remember is that as you move to the front, the flowers get bigger. So your biggest flowers are down here at the front of your picture. Just take a nice little bit, open it out. And that's a nice big poppy. And we can take a bit of a darker colour and just add a highlight to the centre of that. And add another one slightly smaller over here on the side. Now we'll change the colour. Just take them and loosely put them together and then stab to make a pop. So I've just quickly added in the last of the poppies, and to show you how to put in a stem, just take a green bit of fibre, nice and dark, and run it down in a line from the bottom. So I'm using the darkest of the greens I have for that. And if you wanted to add in another poppy seed head, just take a little clump of it, work it round, and it adds a bit more texture as well. So that is all of that. Now I am going to take a scissors, and these are Blueface Leicester locks, which have been dyed, and they come from our neighbour's farm. And I'm just going to use them to add, or to make some taller flowers. So these look a little like foxgloves. So you're just taking the Blueface Leicester, leaving it nice and closed up in a lock. If you look at them, they've got quite a good structure. So take a piece that looks like that. Don't want to pull it too hard because we don't want to open it. Cut it with scissors, place it in our picture, and use, starting at the end of the lock at the point of it, we can work right back down and get those in. This one is slightly more open, but it will still work fine. We can put a smaller, lighter one in as well. And again, scissors is very handy just to cut the end of locks. So we have, in the original picture, I had some in a lighter pink shade as well. And I'm going to put those in. Again, take them gently. Don't want to break them out of their lock. There's another nice piece. And then I have some little small white flowers, and for that again I'm using some very fine Blueface Leicester locks, and they can just be placed on the picture as felt the center of them, and they give a really good texture for a daisy like flower. So we have a few of those. Go around in a circle and felt down the center. You can see our picture is nearly there. You can add as much flowers as you want to it. There's plenty of fibre to do it. We'll add some more of the pink. There's another piece. Again, it's nice texture, and I think I'll go that way with it. And there's another. So that's our picture complete. We still have plenty of fibre over, so there's lots in the kit to create another one if you had a piece of fabric. And we hope that you enjoy using our kits. As you can see for yourself, every picture is going to be slightly different, so it doesn't have to look exactly like the one on the box or in the video. Make your own unique picture, and please do send us a picture of it when you have it completed.